All right, the things that go together for this salmon is 4 nice salmon fillets. You can buy them pre-cut at the store, or you can cut them yourself after you get a big fillet. Basically like 2 pounds, 1.5 to 2 pounds salmon fillet. You're gonna cut it in 1.5 inch thicknesses for your salmon. They're already skinned. You can have skin on if you want. We also gonna have, we're gonna do like half an onion. We're gonna have some fresh ginger. We have some lemon. We also have some cilantro. Cilantro I put in the water. And the water I'm going to put in there and I'm going to shake it out so it's nice and clean. We're going to be using the leaves whole or cilantro for this. Also I've got some grapeseed oil, but any kind of vegetable oil will do, or even avocado oil or light olive oil. So we're going to get ready for our cutting first and get this all set up. We have half an onion first. We're going to take it and cut like half-moon slices, nice and thin. For our onion, I'm using a Vidalia onion, which is a sweet onion, but any kind of onion will do. So you're going to slice that onion down. When you get down to this part here, it always gets a little tricky. So then if it falls over like that, right, then you just got to go like this and slice the rest. Just like that. So those are our onion slices. We're going to do our ginger next. Next is our ginger, where we're going to take a spoon. We've done this before. Take your spoon and you're gonna peel off about 1 to 2 inch piece of ginger, a fresh ginger. This is going to make about 2 tablespoons worth of kind of a sliced ginger. We're not going to chop it too fine. We're going to do a nice slicing of ginger for this to make it easier. So you don't have to get all the skin off of it, just about that much. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go down and slice our ginger. So we're going to take our ginger, depending on what size piece you have, there we go. And there's our ginger, and we're going to slice it nice and thin. We're going to have some nice kind of whole piece of ginger this time. Keep your fingers curled and keep slicing as thin as you can. There we go. And then you're going to do like another slice on it, like once, twice. There you go. We don't want to have it minced. Really easy. So some nice thin slices of our ginger, and we're going to move on to our lemon next. We're going to cut you can use like 2 lemons if you want. We're going to cut them in half and just have them ready to go because we're going to squeeze them when we're ready to start cooking. And then your salmon, what's going to happen to your salmon is you're going to put salt and pepper on your salmon. Just going to sprinkle that all around, and then fresh pepper or ground pepper. I got some fresh cracked pepper. I'm going to go like that, and then I'm going to take one hand that's not in my salt and pepper. I'm going to flip the salmon over the other side. I'm going to put salt and pepper on the other side. There we go. And some black pepper on the other side. And then we're going to get a large skillet like we did in our last recipe. We have a big, large size skillet we're going to use, like at least like a foot long saute pan is going to work. And we're going to get ready to put that on the fire. Just turn on our pan, and we're going to put in about 3 tablespoons of oil. Okay, 3 tablespoons of oil, basically. And you want to make sure you're covering all the bottom of the pan. You're going to heat this up to a high heat. High heat. You're going to need some kind of a spatula. I'm using a fish spatula, a wide one here, and some kind of a spoon to stir stuff around. First, we're going to start with putting our salmon into the pan. You're going to hear some sizzling going on. Just put that in the pan. And then also, we're going to add onions on the outside of the pan. Not on top of the salmon, just right there on the sides with our onion. And you want to leave this on high heat. We're going to do this for at least about 6 minutes before we turn our salmon to the other side. Leave the high heat on. Alright, so it's been about 6 minutes. We're going to start to flip our salmon over. Just do a shoveling like this. I call it the snow shovel. So try to flip your salmon over. It's going to be hot. There we go. Might stick a little bit, but don't freak out. It's okay. Just flip them over. You can use your spoon to help yourself. If it looks a little dry, add a little bit of oil to there. Okay? So there we go. We're going to stir our onions a bit. They're getting some color on them. That's good. We're going to do another 6 minutes on this other side of the salmon. Right now we're going to add our ginger. There's our ginger on either side. And we're still at high heat for another 6 minutes. Alright, that's 6 minutes on the other side. And we're stirring. We got some color on our onions. Make sure it's not burning. If it's burning, turn your heat down. We got some nice color on our onions and our salmon, right? Look at that. So now what's going to happen, we're going to cover this after we're going to add in some lemon. and then we're gonna add some water. So I have a fancy lemon squeezer. I'm gonna turn my heat down to low right now. I'm gonna squeeze in my lemon juice. Okay. All that lemon juice is gonna squeeze in there. Okay, I'm on low heat right now, really low heat. Okay, all the lemon juice is gonna get squeezed in there. We're on a low heat, right? There we go. We got some color happening too as well. We're deglazing the bottom of our pan, and now we're gonna add a cup of water. 1 cup of water. Okay. You're gonna shake that up a little bit. Make sure your salmon's not sticking. Now we're on low heat, and we have to put a cover on this. We're gonna put a cover on this and let it cook for about 8 minutes. We're gonna put a cover on it. These are pretty thick salmon pieces, but they're only like a quarter of the way cooked. The firmer your salmon is, the more it's cooked. If you're not sure, you can take a little knife and take a little incision and see where you are cooked-wise. So actually I've got about almost 8 minutes, so I'm gonna go a little less on mine, but you gotta look at it at this point. So if you think you're halfway cooked on your salmon, you can go up to 6 to 8 minutes. If you like a medium rare, you're only gonna go 6 minutes. If you like your salmon all the way cooked, you're gonna go to 8 minutes. But always take a little peek into your salmon and see where your fillets are. You're also gonna have a little white coming out. That's your protein on the salmon. But we're gonna cover this now, so you gotta find some kind of cover, either foil or some kind of a cookie tray or a top. I'm gonna cover mine now, and I've got about 6 minutes on mine, and leave that on a low heat. All right, we're taking our top off, and we're gonna see how our salmon is doing. It is done. So what we're gonna do is get ready to put this on the plate. We got some nice juice. We got the brown salmon. It's firm. It's not overcooked. So we look there a little bit. Mine's like about a medium. You might like medium rare, so you're gonna cook it a little less. If you want medium rare, like I said, 6 minutes or less. If you want to go up to cooked all the way through, up to 8 minutes when it's on that low heat, we're ready. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your salmon fillets on the plate, and then you're going to spoon your lovely juice on top of that. Juice and onions right on top of your salmon, just like that. And then, of course, what we're going to have is we're going to have some cilantro. Put some cilantro leaves all over, and they're ready to go like that. There you go, and you can serve it. Put as much juice as you want. You might want to add a little more sauce in there, a little salt at the end, but you're all good. All your leaves on the top.